Hello again, everybody. It's G over here at PTBNL, where I grew up watching sports, playing sports with my teammates. I didn't fall in love with sports by going to math class. So let's get started. I just want to do a little bit of Raptors recap. They're on a 3-game losing streak right now. It's okay, no problem. I take it all in stride. I still think that they should be playing for a play-in spot this year, because as I've gone through before in previous videos, there's a lot of talent there. So against the Mavs, I think they just ran into Luka and Kyrie doing their thing. Obviously, those two are just clutch veterans. They know what to do to knock down shots, to kind of control the game. Luka's a master at it. Kyrie's a master at it. They can play together doing it. They can play separately. The Mavs are looking pretty good. And then you add Clay into the mix. You could see Clay's kind of on the downside, even though he's still pretty young. I'd love to see Clay be old Clay, like how he was in Golden State, but he did show it in the game against the Raptors, though. Hit some clutch threes in the fourth quarter. But again, I thought the Raptors played a good game. They were down by 24. As usual, showed a lot of fight. Kyrie had a lot of good things to say about this team afterward. But yeah, when they were down 24, Grady's first game back, popped in 27. I believe it was, pretty sure it was 27 points, y'all. But that's what I love about Grady. He can sit out a couple of games, and next thing you know, he's back in there, and he's back in there and doing his thing. He's not afraid to take shots. His movement without the ball this season is so obvious that that's something he's worked on in the off season, because his movement is a lot different. You can tell he's been putting in the film work. He's been putting in the work in the film room, probably watching guys like Steph, just the way they move without the ball. And I thought he really had a good game. So you're just looking at the stats again. Yeah, so Grady had 27. Scotty, once again, 19, 8, and 14. We'll get to him soon about what happened with the Knicks. RJ had a little bit of an off night, but still put up 18. And I thought Kelly, the Knicks' first game back since he's been hurt too, dropped in 13 and 14 minutes. So he can be a piece off the bench. I think it's worth noting that Chris lost some playing time in this one. We didn't see Chris Boucher. It's going to be interesting, I think, moving forward with what happens with Chris. Bruce Brown, like I said, there's something to be said about having depth, but now we're seeing the emergence also. Jacoby had a really good game against the Mavs too. I thought he stepped out of his shell, created some shots from the mid-range, made them in big situations, and he's really active on defense. Moves his hands, gets in guys' faces, gets in the passing lanes. So I like what he's doing out there. And then he really had a good game from three as well against the Knicks. Jacoby's stepping it up. Still haven't seen IQ now for pretty much the whole season. Now Scotty, obviously no fracture with the rolled ankle against the Knicks yesterday. With the Raps only playing 2 games, I think in the next 9 days, it'll be a good piece of rest that Scotty can get here, even if he misses those 2 games. I think yesterday, the Raps again were right there. They had a great game against the Knicks. I think the Knicks are just seasoned. A little bit about them. I feel like their vibe is a little different this year. A little bit more business-like after that trade of Randall and Dante DiVincenzo to Minnesota. I don't know what to really make of it. I feel like a lot of, again, that vibe, even not necessarily Julius Randle, but more Dante DiVincenzo. And I also feel like Isaiah Hartenstein was a big loss to this team. Mitchell Robinson, he'll be out, I think they were saying, till January. When he comes back, he's going to fortify that middle for them. And I can't lie, the Knicks look good because the Raptors really played a good game. RJ, again, with another 30-point game. He took it to, what did he have last night? I thought he took it to his former team and really showed them what they gave up on, thankfully for us. But I thought he had a really good game last night. Hit some threes. You know, had some moments, obviously, where he had some turnovers. He kind of forced the issue a little bit. That's okay. I like the aggressiveness. The Raptors need that no matter what. The Raptors, you know, they need that aggressiveness. And they need it in a way that, you know, it doesn't look, not necessarily forced, but it doesn't look kind of weird. Like, felt like towards the end with Pascal and Fred and OG got kind of weird the way they played hero ball, but I think Darko's system fits these guys well. So yeah, I thought RJ had a good game. 30 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Not going to get too much into the stats. Scotty going down with the rolled ankle in the third quarter. That was unfortunate. He was having a great game. Hit some threes, was looking really good from three, and then just, you know, being aggressive, going for a rebound. Just unfortunately rolled his ankle there, stepped on, I believe it was Cat's foot, if I'm not mistaken. I thought the Raptors did a good job on Jalen Brunson. He finished 24 and 11. But I thought when Ochai played him and kind of added some size to that matchup, kind of changed up Jalen's game a little bit. The refs gave the Knicks some calls in the fourth quarter, but I'm not going to complain about the refs and their calls in the fourth quarter. It is what it is. I've been a Raptors fan so long. I've seen so much garbage junk from the refs that I'm just over it now. So I'm used to it. And you just got to overcome those things sometimes. So Yak had a so-so game, 10 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists. But again, even I liked Ochai's game from a defensive standpoint. RJ from an offensive standpoint, he put in some work. Grady just, you know, getting used to getting back. I thought he rushed some finishes at the rim. That was one thing. Scotty had some real nice in the first quarter to both J-Mo, to Davion Mitchell, and to Grady. Well, Grady was mostly, he created his own shot, but I felt like he rushed a bit at the rim. But Davion and J-Mo missed a couple easy ones at the rim that would have been guaranteed buckets. But these things happen. I don't, you know, once again, I'm not really too worried about where this team is offensively. It's more defensively. The scheme has to come into place. You know, fourth quarter, the Knicks really beat the Raptors with that three. And, you know, Jalen hit a couple of big threes. Cat hit, I think, 2 or 3 big threes. Bridges hit one. OG hit one. So they really spread it around. But again, that's okay. The Raptors played hard. They were in it till the end. I thought they kept fighting. They were right in it. And things will always, you know, this season is about that development. Whether they make the play-in or not, I think the Raptors, like we've said before, they can nail the draft at really any pick. So I think it gets tricky if, you know, I'm not saying it wouldn't be nice to have a top 5 lottery pick. I'm not going to complain about that. But in terms of, you know, the vibes of this team, I'm not here to promote losing just to get another piece. I think as it is, I think they have to start looking at trimming what they have. Like when you think about Jacoby, Grady, you know, we've talked about it endlessly. There's a lot to like about this team. So now it's about moving other pieces around, Masai and the rest of the leadership, kind of seeing where they can improve. I thought, you know, back to the whole issue with Cat in the fourth quarter, Karl Anthony Towns. I think that's where a guy like Sasha Vucevic would be a huge addition, because Yak simply can't play out there in those situations against a guy like Cat. So leaving him to hit those threes was, I'm not really putting that on Yak. I'm not putting it on anyone really on the Raps. It just they need a couple of tweaks, and I think they'll get that defensive scheme just like they've gotten the offense down this year. The defense always going to take longer. It's harder for sure, the schemes to pick up. So I think that'll come next. We'll see what kind of defenses Darko and his coaching staff can, as they get through the season, can kind of draw up. Again, when they get healthy, what will that look like? I'm looking forward to it. All right, guys. Well, that's it for the Raps today. Again, a 3-game losing streak, not the end of the world in a season like this year. So we'll keep it moving, keep developing. Love where the team's going. Oh, I wanted to talk actually about a couple of articles. I saw one on Yard Barker, I think it is, about who wrote it, the guy. But said, is this the Scotty we should expect now? Again, seeing Scotty go down with an injury. Listen, just because a guy gets hurt in back-to-back seasons, and this goes for IQ as well, you don't just write them off that that's what they're going to be for the rest of their career. Like, I just simply don't get why people are so quick to write these athletes off. Like, why do you guys hate these guys' success so much that it's almost like you're hoping that, okay, that's just what this guy is, injury prone. Michael Jordan missed a whole season for a broken ankle. Steph Curry played 2 relatively health-free seasons and missed and then played like 20 games in his 3rd season because of ankle issues. That plagued him a couple more times after that. Everyone knows about Joel Embiid and missing 2 entire seasons. This is Scotty Barnes isn't Greg Oden, isn't Joel Embiid. He's aggressive. We should be actually thankful that we have a guy like Scotty on our team who goes after it every single night. So injuries are part of the equation, is what I'll say. This is pro sports. Injuries are going to happen. So no, I don't believe Scotty is just another injury-prone Raptor that we have to accept. He's only going to play 60 games a year. It's just a wild take, and I don't believe in it at all. I think it's dumb that articles like this are even out there, because again, my biggest thing is, fair weather fans come out of the woodwork. They think that's the narrative. Scotty's always hurt. Scotty's always this. And it's just not true. Scotty gives his all. So I don't believe in that whatsoever. And I think it's just a dumb thing to have out there. Yeah, guys, enjoy the rest of the Raptors games this week. I think they're only playing Miami, if I'm not mistaken. Like I said earlier, they got a bit of a break coming up. So they got Miami in a couple of days, December 12th, and then the Bulls on the 16th. So they got a bit of a break. The Bulls on the 16th, and then the Nets on the 19th. So a lot of practice time coming up for this team. A lot of healing for Scotty and IQ. It's a good little break that they're getting here just as we get into Christmas. And I hope that helps them out so that come New Year, we can really kind of see what this team has moving forward, and I'm looking forward to it. Guys, have a great week. Thanks for watching. Keep watching, keep telling people, keep sharing. I don't mind. Ask me questions, disagree with me. My videos are on TikTok, YouTube, and now Instagram. Thank you to people sending me messages saying, please put them on Instagram. I don't have TikTok. It's all about the love here. If you want to come with your negativity, I'll listen to it, but I won't always entertain it. You guys really need to respect the players and what they put into the entertainment they provide us. It's not easy, And us as fans and media, the media out there, I don't classify myself as media, but us as fans, we just need to pay more respect to these guys. I don't care how much more millions they have, they deserve it. So I like the point of view of maybe what an athlete's going through rather than questioning their availability all the time or questioning certain things they do off the field, off the court. It's all about sports for me. So no analytics here, just the regular stats. Guys, have a great week. Peace and love. Keep watching, and thanks for watching.